Today, in the downtown area of the island, the Day of No Car and No Motorcycle is held. This campaign seeks to improve the quality of environment in the department. Here is an assessment of how the day is progressing so far.
Clear roads and smooth mobility. This is how the No Motorcycle, No Car Day went in the department, an initiative of the Departmental Administration which seeks to reduce pollution caused by massive vehicular mobility for at least one day. The head of the Departmental Mobility Portfolio gave a review of the day.
So far, the Day of No Bike and No Car has been carried out perfectly. We have had no road accidents. The community of the archipelago has respected the decree, the road closures, and each one is doing their bit on this day. In order to get out of the routine by using alternative transportation such as bicycles, skateboards, and contributing to health by moving freely on the roads of the department.
With this campaign, it is expected to reduce the emissions of particulate matter in the downtown area of the department. The environmental safety expert referred to the benefits generated by the No Motorcycle, No Car Day.
The benefits and impacts of this type of campaign are the reduction of noise pollution generated by motorcycles and cars and the reduction of greenhouse gases, which is important.
During the day, the sirens of the National Police sounded to congregate the community to pay tribute to the victims of road accidents, among them Nephali Taylor, who died with her son in an accident on Newell Avenue.
Environmental Corporation Carolina imposed a preventive measure on illegal construction due to the fact that the corporation has not received any paperwork or requests for construction permits on the island of Full Providence.
Preventive measures in construction works conducted on the coastal edge in the Maracaibo sector, which was the result of the inspection and control activities done by technical personnel of the corporation for the sustainable development of the archipelago of San Andres, Providence, and Santa Catalina, Carolina.
On Saturday, the technical staff of the corporation conducted a tour of the Maracaibo sector and identified that construction was being developed on the waterfront. Immediately, we proceeded to make a technical visit to the construction site and proceeded to impose a preventive measure by means of a flagrancy act suspending the construction. We have not received any type of request or procedure or permit, and in addition, it is a construction that is being developed in the area of the coastal edge and represents a danger to the ecosystem.
It should be noted that those responsible for the work must comply with the regulations, apply for permits, and wait for the feasibility study of the foundation. Carolina Sustainable Development Corporation personnel, both on the island of San Andres and Providence, are constantly monitoring different construction sites to ensure compliance with environmental regulations in our archipelago.
Work continues at the Harmony Hall Hill Cemetery. The Secretary of Infrastructure and Public Works announced that it will be done in the near future.
Continuing with the expansion of the Harmony Hall Cemetery, the departmental government through the Infrastructure Secretariat decided to prioritize the construction of 2 vault stores that are part of the same due to an increase in the mortality rate in recent months in order to avoid a health emergency.
We have adjudicated the contracting for the expansion of the Harmony Hall Hill Cemetery. We know that due to the situation that has been occurring during this past year and this year currently, we have declared a calamity. And we have had to accelerate the contracting of these works in order to do everything legally required under the law, so that under the declaration of calamity, we can start the construction of the 2 fully circumferential modules. We have circumferential module with their respective niche and with their system of communication between them.
It should be recalled that in recent months, the Infrastructure Secretary's office carried out a typographic sampling for the vaults projects.
The Social State Enterprise Departmental Hospital trains the neonatal ICU staff to improve and guarantee the care of newborns in the department.
The social state enterprise is committed to improving care in the neonatal ICU. Activities and training are being developed for the entity's personnel so that they can learn more about the neonatal care and thus contribute to a decrease in the mortality rate of newborns in the department.
This is a workshop to instruct as well as to bring awareness, and this will make educated people take advantage of this message to give care to newborns, which will be represented in a decrease in morbidity and mortality of newborns here on the archipelago.
It is noteworthy that the training is led by the Vice President of the Association of Neonatology, Ricardo Leon Sanchez.
The Association of Neonatology has a sensitization for all of Colombia, and there are some points where there is very little information about newborn care. One of those points is San Andres Island. That is why we are here, to raise awareness about essential care, the golden minute and newborn resuscitation care, which are very important for the issue of newborn mobility and mortality. These are issues that help us to review how the newborn is being cared for and how we can improve care.
In conclusion, the departmental hospital is committed to constantly improve the medical service offered to users in the archipelago. That is why they strive for the health personnel to be better trained continually and learn new things every day.
Tomorrow is the 10th anniversary of the ruling of the International Court of Justice, and the community of the island has taken it upon itself to remember and commemorate the said decision of the court. Precisely in the framework of this event, a forum called From State Diplomacy to Racial ParaDiplomacy was held yesterday at the National University, a forum in which racial activist Arlington Howard participated and who informed us a little of what it is about.
In this moment, we had a sad result that giving Nicaragua water from the racial territory when Nicaragua never had. So today, independent of what the diplomacy from the Colombian state want to do, the racial people then decide to do their own diplomacy. The academy give this a name that is named ParaDiplomacy. So this ParaDiplomacy that today the racial people is doing is looking only about to protect racial people. We have example, the last sentence from the Hague telling Colombia that they have to sit down and talk with Nicaragua, but for do what? To protect the environment and to protect the racial people and the next Creole community that is there.
With this forum, the idea was to make a reflection on how the racial people should protect their rights. Likewise, they talk about the defense and some details that were not used for the defense of the Colombian country before the International Court of Justice.
And no new COVID-19 cases have been reported from the National Health Institute for the islands. However, authorities continue to provide recommendations for self-care and preventions of the virus.
For several weeks, no new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the island in the national count. On the other hand, according to information from the latest report of the Health Secretariat at the departmental level, which is published on the official website, it is not clear which are the active cases. However, they highlight that the occupancy of the intensive care unit of COVID-19 is at 0%, which has remained so for several weeks, highlighting that this is due to the fact that the department's community has its vaccination schedule, as well as the local health authorities carrying out vaccination activities within the hospital and in the educational institution at the same time, and inviting the community to complete their schedule. Let us remember that in our department, protocols such as the use of face masks are no longer mandatory in the enclosed and open spaces.
Now let's get to know other facts that today are news in our brief news section.
Members of the community of the town sector of the island reported the presence of a juvenile tricolor heron which was with symptoms of weakness to fly. Officials of the Environmental Corporation Coralina provided assistance and hydration to the bird. During the examination, no fractures or major injuries were found, which allowed the animal to be returned to its habitat. The Secretariat of Health, in the framework of the campaign Homes Without Mosquitoes, Families Without Dengue, through the dimension of vector-borne diseases and zoonosis, continues with the educational tasks in educational institutions. Students of the CDI La Esmeralda learn through recreational activities about the dengue disease transmitted by mosquitoes, its symptoms, and especially how to prevent breeding sites in their homes. In commemoration of the Day of Communal Action, the leaders of the different sectors of the island will be honored for their work in a meeting that will be held on November 20th at the Sol Caribe Hotel at 5 p.m.
With this information, we reach to the end of this broadcast, but we see you tonight at 8 p.m. with more of Teleislas News. Good afternoon.